Hi there, my name is Caitlin Deshane. I have been playing the flute since I was 11 years old when I joined my school band, and I've also been an elementary music teacher for the last 10 years. And this is my second video in my series for beginning flute players. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to put the flute together. In my last video, I showed you how to get your best sound on the head joint. Now I'm going to show you how to actually put this together with the rest of the flute. Okay, so this is the body of the flute. And what I'm doing is inserting, of course, the head joint into the body. Now, how to line this up? Most teachers will tell you to line up the blowhole with the keys. And for a lot of people, that works just fine, and that might be perfect for you. Over the years, though, for me, I have found that I prefer to roll my head joint in towards my lip a little bit more. And there's a couple of reasons for that. First of all, my low register tends to be the register I struggle with the most. So turning the flute in a little bit more gives me a little bit of an advantage for going for those low notes when I'm tonguing them and trying to get them to sound. Also, the high register tends to be a bit sharp anyways. And the way, of course, to flatten a note is to actually turn the head joint in slightly. So for me as a player, that's what works best. But what I would suggest for you is play around with it and see what works best for you. So you might be wondering, well, how do I know what the best sound on the flute is? I'm just starting out. So I'll just give you a few tips. First of all, if you have the head joint rolled in too close to your lip, then what's happening is you're creating more of a hollow sound because your air isn't able to fully go across the blowhole, and you'll be creating more of an introverted sound. So I describe instruments like the clarinet or the French horn as having an introverted sound. It's more enclosed like that, and you can't hear any air in the sound. The flute, though, is an extroverted instrument like the trumpet. And we do actually want to hear a little bit of air in the sound. On the other hand, if you have the flute head joint rolled out too far away from your mouth, that's when your sound is going to be too airy. You're going to hear buzzing in the sound. It's going to be a thin quality. You're going to have a really tough time getting to low notes if they even sound at all. And your sound is going to feel like it's kind of going everywhere and not focused. So those are some things to keep in mind while you experiment with where you get your most focused sound. So now it's time to attach the foot joint. Okay, so first of all, you'll notice that I'm gripping at the bottom of the foot joint. I am not squeezing my hand and twisting with my hand around the keys or the mechanism. I don't want to damage the flute. So I'm twisting gently. And let me show you how I'm lining this up. Okay, so for me, I find that I play best when I have this part lined up with the keys and this little guy here lined up with the D sharp E flat key. But again, that's going to depend on the length of your pinky finger and what is comfortable for you. You might find that you want to roll the foot joint in or out a little bit more. Again, depending on your pinky finger. The one thing to keep in mind is if you're experiencing pain or constant like aching or locking of the pinky finger, do play around with where the foot joint is. That's often a sign that it's maybe not in the best place for you. And the one thing is you should never be experiencing pain or extreme tension when you're playing your instrument. So now that your flute's assembled, you are ready to play. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.